It's pretty potent.
Isn't that fucking hilarious? So like you take it out of the box and you're like, oh. Do you know what I do on these speed bumps in my van? Oh, this is so terrible. I'll demonstrate it. You might be able to tell that I'm doing it. Just go like this. Didn't feel that. I'm Jeremy Romagna. I'm Jeremy. I fucking hate saying my own name. I'm Jeremy Romagna. I'm Master Control in Johnny X and the Grodies. The short story is, we have this space. It's not quite awesome for what it is. And it basically just turned out that the difference in price between getting it, renovated enough that it was comfortable and getting it renovated enough that it was an apartment with a kitchen and a bathroom in it. I mean, it wasn't a small difference, but the difference was small enough that we're like, it just makes more sense to make it an apartment. I don't know why they don't just call it an apartment, but in Portland it's called an accessory dwelling unit, or an A.D.U. for short. If I can pull this off, this is gonna be done, and it'll make me feel better, so I'm just gonna do this. I know people who are like, I can't afford to live here anymore. I'm moving. And when your friends say stuff like that, you're just kind of like, I wish I could help you, but what are you gonna do? How come every time I cut this, it doesn't really seem to make a difference? So Meredith and I are like, if we have an apartment out there, we can rent it to our friends and they can move in and they won't have to worry about their rent going up. I hope that's not bad. Do you think that's bad? At the show last night, the bartender was like, what's your guy's name again? And he was like, Johnny X and the Grodies. She's like, that does not sound like what you guys play. There would have been 30 more people here if you guys had a different name. She was just like, what is your problem? I mean, her attitude was like, what's wrong with you? Travis! That's pretty fucking sweet, man.
So that's what that sounds like.
That's fucking great. July 4th, 1996 was the first Johnny X and the Grodies show. This July 4th will be our 19th anniversary. And he wrote me the other day, my 17-year-old cousin didn't believe me when I told him I was friends with the Grodies, haha. I was like, I can't believe a 17-year-old knows who we are, but that's a big compliment. People are like, how have you guys been in a band for that long without something happening, And the thing is, it's like, what's gonna happen? And people are like, well, anything can happen. And it's like, well, actually not with us. Like, I think we just all got lucky. We're all just that mellow. And we all get along really well. So, I mean, I don't know. That's the other thing. It's like, we all just get along really well.
See you, dudes. Yeah.
Bye, Johnny. See you tomorrow. Okay, I'm Jeremy Romagna, and I'm in a band. And then you're gonna cut to like fucking... Is that what you need? Is that what you need, Chris? I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's like, why is this art? And I was like, I don't know. I think that certain people, for different reasons, are aesthetically sensitive. Do you know what I mean? Little details in the way things appear make certain people like react and stuff in certain ways. With that sensitivity comes the realization that if you relinquish control to someone else, you're then gonna be like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. All right. I'm not getting my bench because it turned out a neighborhood cat fucking puked a hairball on it.
If I broke down,
fucking cats.
all I built between.
You want to talk about how I work with people that I play music with? Yeah. I got hired at the place that Johnny works in 2007. Since then, Travis has been hired and Nate's been hired. My mouse died. Come back, mouse. And we all go to the same office building to go to work. And me and Nate and Travis all basically do the same job too. And I sit next to Nate.
Is that not normal?
This is great. It's like people that don't know anything about business talking about business. If your first step in getting something done is to try and do it yourself, the worst thing that's gonna happen is that you're gonna really fuck it up and have a really bad time doing it. So everybody loses, it's all bad. Now, if only one of those things happened, it still might be okay. Like, if you had a good time doing it, and in the end it's like, oh, nah, it's not perfect actually, but I don't know, it was kind of fun to do that thing, and it came out like this because I did it, and I didn't know what I was doing, or I like to do it this way, or whatever it is, you know, you get to the end of it and you look at it and you're like, well, you know, that's cool.
Does anyone remember Module X1, Wilderness Adventure Module X1, the Isle of Dread?
The other night, my other band, we played a show at work, actually. Since the whole thing is kind of like sort of D&D themed, we got our friend Bruce to hold lyrics for me. He got a scroll and he also had a robe. That was awesome. If you're gonna ask me what my opinion is in the analog versus digital debate, I am going to tell you a really long story instead. So we're at Type Foundry Recording Studios. I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time and was asked to join Type Foundry in 2000 or 2001. My attitude about recording is a little weird compared to some people's, maybe. I think that recording is a service. It's like a service profession. I really think of it as like, it's like a trade. Like people come to you and they're like, look, there is this technology that enables people to have the experience of hearing our music, but we don't have to be there playing it for them in real time. It's really convenient. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking technological marvel. It's a miracle. And I can help you do that. I know how to use all those tools. Let's do this. That's why I record people, is because the people that still know that I record are like, can you record my band? And I'm always like, yeah, that'll be fun. Let's do it. I have a 1977 Dodge Tradesman B200 short van. I got it because of peer pressure. I don't know, which I think is I think it's a solid motivator to do stuff. There's times when you can blame peer pressure for making people do bad things, but there's more times that you can, you know, that peer pressure is the reason why you did something good. I don't have any shame when I say that I'm doing something because of peer pressure. Anyway, a bunch of my friends were getting vans and I was like, vans are pretty sweet. Vans are very trendy right now. So the Cosmic Wheelers Van Club is a club for vanners who have vans. We have a couple times a month a meetup where we just van somewhere and hang out and park the vans in a line and then hang out and talk about what work people have been doing to their van, or if they bought a new van recently or what, and then go into the bar that we've assembled at and drink and talk about vans.
It's funny because it's like, it's not like I'm solving the world's problems. I only have one fucking A.D.U.
Pay no attention to the broken window regulator.
I can't give all my friends a place to stay, but I don't know. I could get 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think most people, as they grow up, tend to get less housemates. But I don't know. That's not really a goal of mine. All the people that I've lived with have all been like, I'm like happy when they come home from work and stuff. I'm like, oh, what's up? How are you doing? Like, how's your day? It's nice. I don't know. I just like it.
Like the sound a crow makes with a K on the end of it.
So like they're on their way back home, just like we're gonna like return the Copru to power because they're controlling our minds or whatever.
What would I do? Can you imagine what I would do? What would I do? I'd be like, and
I was like this squid man and flying around in spaceships.
they're broken. And that's why I'm doing this. There you go.